what are your top 5 rules as a marketer? Okay, so here are my rules as a marketer. These are in no particular order. I have a lot of rules, but I guess to put them in, I guess to try and condense them, here they are. One, and not in a specific order. One is commit to learning full time. If you are going to be a marketer, you are saying that I am going to be committed to understanding, to following trends, to not following, but understanding them, to understand what's going on in the industry, not just what I'm focused on, but as a whole. You can't be a real good marketer. I'm not saying you have to be a professional in every part of marketing, whether it's, digital, technical, whether it's old school like TV ads or radio ads and things like that, things you can't track as good as you can, that you can with like online campaigns, or I'm just saying, or SEO or social media marketing or web development. As a marketer, you don't have to be able to do every one of those little things. I enjoy learning about and trying to do as much of those things as I can, but you don't have to be, but you need to be educated on what those things and what those components do. Just like if you were going to be a mechanic, you might not know how to rebuild an engine, but you might know how to hook up an engine to a body, to a frame, to a car, and to plug in the right things, and to know that the alternator does this, and that the radiator does this, and the battery supplies energy for this. And so you need to know, you might want a certain gear ratio here, but not when you put it on a truck or whatever the case is. Just like a mechanic needs to know those things. They might not know how to build those from scratch, but they know how it all works together. That is also the same and true when it comes to being a marketer. You have to be educated and understand these different things in different areas of marketing. And so committing to being a full-time learner is very important. Next, it would be hang around people smarter than you and contribute. And so what has made me, I don't want to say successful because that sounds like really cocky and arrogant, but I guess what has gotten me to this point in my life to where I'm doing a lot more marketing full-time, and I have clients, and thank the Lord that I'm able to sustain myself and my family, and to really have a career in marketing, whether it's social media. I build websites, I code, I do social media marketing, I do search engine optimization. Those things are my forte. Those things are things that I can say with confidence I'm good at and sell a client and deliver on those things. But at the same time, I need to hang out with people that are smarter than me. It's not good to be the smartest person in the room. And so you need to hang out with people that can give you direction, that are very, very wise, that have been there and done that. Hang out with those people, and I think you will really benefit from that, but then also contribute to what it is, to the groups that you hang out in. Nobody likes a person that just takes, and takes. Alrighty, so my next piece of advice would be don't wait until it's perfect. If you wait until something is perfect to put out, you'll never put it out. When I made this shirt, obviously for print, I wanted to make sure that it was perfect, the best it could be. But when it comes to content and when it comes to putting a piece of material out, that's not going to be on a shirt, but it's going to be a piece of consumable content, like a video or a picture or a graphic or a status or whatever the case is, or a website, or launching an idea or launching a business or whatever the case is. So many people suffer and don't get what it is they need done because they wait until something is so perfect. And by that time, it's long gone. The train has passed. And so I'm big into get it out there, get it done, get that video done the best you can, but don't sit around and not put it out because it's not perfect, because you didn't get that perfect shot, because you didn't get that perfect person, because you didn't get that perfect thing. Now all of a sudden you're just going to wait and not do it. And so my advice would be don't always wait until something's super perfect. You're doing yourself a disservice by waiting until something, your idea, the graphic, the video, whatever, is so perfect that you never put it out, and then you never reap the reward for what that piece of content could have done. And so that's a third thing, again, in no specific order. Another one is outsource. I try and outsource what I can, so I can focus on what's most important. And so it's like this. Like, here's the struggle I have. I'm half Filipino, right? So I come from a family, my whole one side of my family, They are doers, they're workers, they're hard workers. I mean, they came to America and they absolutely killed it. Most of them own their own businesses, or they're doing well for themselves, and they're providing for their families, and they've done really well. And so, and I don't mean like rich, but I mean they've come over to America and they've got the American dream. And so they worked hard physically for all of those things. And so on one hand, I'm sitting here trying to do everything I can. I mean, I'm cutting the grass. I'm doing this. I'm doing every little graphic I can do. I'm putting every piece of code into the site that I can. I'm sitting here doing every little thing I can do, except for my grandmother on my mom's side. One day I called her and I said, "Hey, do you need your grass cut? I'm gonna come cut your grass. But do any of your neighbors need their grass cut?" Because I was always hustling. And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'll do it for $20, whoever needs a grass cut." And she was like, "Heath, at this time I had an internship. I was 15 years old making $15 an hour, right? Or sorry, 16 years old making $15 an hour." And so she said, "Heath, what are you doing? Why are you cutting grass? I mean, I get you need money, but you're going to get that $20 and you're going to buy something and you're going to break that $20 bill and it's going to be gone forever. What you need to do is you need to go back to your internship and you need to learn some more. And you need to actually learn and you need to try and make a little bit more money that way. You don't need to be out here cutting grass." I was like, I went right back home and I cut someone else's grass. And so, but as I've gotten older and as I've gotten more and more deeper into doing this marketing and stuff like that, I outsource more. I'm trying to outsource more than I ever had. And so, yes, I can recreate logos and I can take old logos and digitize them and do that kind of thing. And so, before, a year ago, I would have sat at my computer. One of my clients now, they have an old logo that they needed remastered. And so I could have sat there and I could have outlined the whole thing and I could have redone the whole thing. But man, I just went to one of my contacts and I had them do it and I paid them to do it because there were other things that I needed to focus on that were way more pressing. And yes, it cost me some money, but it needed to be done. So I would say if you're at the point to where you are making some money and you are doing it and you're being a successful marketer and you have those fruits and that you're able to do that kind of thing, I would say outsource a little bit. Outsourcing is real strong. And so I guess last thing I would say is follow trends, but not all the time. It's important that you're educated. It's important that you follow, especially if you're web development, search engine marketing, social marketing, that you follow algorithm updates and trends and things like that, and you're educated in those things. And but as far as trends go, what's the coolest thing to do? What's the best way to get consumable content that's easily digestible by the end person watching it. What's the trend? Is it 30-second videos that just show off like a hook set? Is it following trends is important, but I would say not all the time. You need to move around and shift around and really take into account, is this who you are? Is this something that you want to do? Is being super YouTubey right now a trend? Should I be putting all my eggs in Facebook? Should I be doing on Instagram? Should I check out what should I be doing LinkedIn? And so I would say, trends are important, but they're just really indicators and measuring devices. And so you need to have that conversation with yourself and figure that out. But guys, actually I have this decal over here, and this is a saying that I go by a lot. It says, "Work, don't worry." And so when it comes to marketing, the best thing you can do is put in work. As a marketer, we're always wondering if what we're doing is going to work, if what we're doing is actually working, is it a good look, I got so much to do, and you get stressed out and all that kind of stuff. And so work, don't worry, that's a big saying that I have. I think I'm going to throw these decals on the Yak Tribe website because I put this on Instagram the other day and a bunch of people wanted them. And so I'm probably going to sell these on the site. I don't know yet. Most likely will, but work, don't worry, man. Work, don't worry. That's what you got to do.